the superhero is supposed to be in an epic hero's journey, and we're really not seeing that very often. And I feel like it is the cause for Marvel to be in shambles. That's my take. That's my take.
Okay. Okay.
What's your take?
I 100% disagree.
Okay, well, why?
Absolutely. Because, okay, here's the thing. I totally love superhero movies, but at the beginning, first of all, when they made Iron Man, it was for, they didn't know who it was for. They were just making a movie. They didn't know it was going to do what it did. They didn't plan on Endgame when they made Iron Man. They were trying to get a certain fan base. And then what happened is that the fan base kept getting bigger. So the idea that now, and yes, the first 3 phases, it came to this culmination and it was fantastic at the end. But now what they're doing is they are doing a romantic comedy for superheroes because there are people outside of the superhero genre who want to see that. But there's also so much content for me and you, for like the average, for the people who love Marvel to watch. They got spoiled. Now there is so much content, they can actually go out there and make a show like Miss Marvel that's for a little bit more for kids. They can make a show like Loki that has that Marvel background and has the superhero, you know, archetype, but at the same time, that's really a show for people who like sci-fi. So people who don't necessarily like Marvel are going to be like, that's kind of a sci-fi show. I like those actors. I'm going to watch that. And so it's bringing people in without hurting the overall brand because there's still so much content for the average person to watch. So I look at it as more like people get mad at, why are they making this character black or this character a woman and stuff like that. It's because they can do that without messing up what they've already done because there is so much content. So I look at it as saying the same thing to a Marvel fan that the Marvel fan would say to a large majority of the people in Hollywood who always say that the comic book movies aren't straight movies, and it's just not everything's made for you. And now, not everything's made for the original Iron Man fan, but they're still making that stuff.
Right, but
now,
inherently there's a huge problem with that because what they've done is they've created an entire cinematic universe that original Marvel fans feel a connection to or close to. Like now, what's happening is that there's shows that have storyline like D and C storyline is going on in She-Hulk and Miss Marvel in WandaVision. And if you don't watch those TV shows, then you don't really understand what's happening in Doctor Strange. And I know Doctor Strange is a horror movie, and it's an epic, and it's more geared towards the broader Marvel audience like you and me, and really anyone can watch it.
Yeah.
But like, if I hadn't seen WandaVision, I would be so in the dark with what was going on. But so what happens is now, like, there's shows that I'm just like not into, like Moon Knight. I haven't watched She-Hulk yet, so I don't really have an opinion. Miss Marvel, I'd like it, but it's just not for me. It is so not for me that like trying to watch that show is difficult, even though it's good. It's for young girls. Yeah. But it's like, it's a chore to watch it, but I have to because if I don't watch it, then I don't know what's going on in the universe. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, it makes perfect sense.
So now they're forcing me to watch stuff that I don't want to watch, and what ends up happening is I'm starting to get uninterested.
But here's the thing. That's because you've been spoiled. Everything has been directed directly at you for so long.
Okay, well, what was wrong with that? I mean, the Avengers made billions of dollars.
Yeah, but now they're bigger.
Yeah, but they're not going to make more billions. It's not like they're going to make... It's not like them making Ms. Marvel is going to end up making them that much more money. Like, come on. They're losing... What they're doing is they're gaining young girl eyeballs and losing middle-aged adult eyeballs.
No, they're not.
And I don't know. I'm willing to bet I have more money in my pocket than a 16-year-old girl.
Probably, but you know what? But remember, it's all about merchandising.
Is it?
Yeah, hell yeah. Are you serious? You think you can't buy any of the things that you see on the fucking... You can't buy those? You can buy all... Dude,
I mean, I do have...
Have you been to Comic-Con?
All right. It might be an overshare, but I do have Marvel underwear in my drawer right now.
So do I.
So I understand what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? Like, so I actually think that if they would have done this in the beginning, I think that it would have been a little bit too much. But now, because here's the thing. Emily, my girlfriend, watched all of the Marvel movies recently, but she didn't watch any of the shows. She was able to follow them even without watching the shows. We don't think that we can do that because we are so invested because we started at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, so it's...
Well, yeah, there's going to be things that go on in She-Hulk that are super important for me.
Yeah.
Because not necessarily, I need it to be a good show so that I can get through it, so that the Easter eggs that come up, I can watch them and enjoy them while I enjoy the show. It's annoying to watch a terrible show just to see what's going on in the universe.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. But that's kind of how I felt about Loki. I did not like Loki.
Oh, I loved Loki.
I did not like Loki.
Why didn't you like Loki?
Because I thought it was boring. I thought the acting was bad. I liked the
acting.
I thought the acting from Tom obviously good, but I thought maybe it wasn't the acting, it was the writing. Something about it felt clunky and badly put together.
Loki was the best.
It was not.
The best Marvel
I liked
show so
WandaVision. I thought WandaVision was phenomenal. I thought the Winter Soldier had some great action in it.
Dude, the Winter Soldier low-key is probably the most underrated of all of the shows.
But here's the thing.
But that's a straight superhero show, and
but
good.
But here's the thing. But people acting like Miss Marvel is directed at an audience, and the Winter Soldier isn't. That's directed at men.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why?
That's why I liked it.
Yeah. But so have
an action movie.
But so have been like 19 of the movies. So I don't have a problem.
Well, why can't we just have our thing?
What's that? Because that's what I'm saying. We still have it.
But we don't have it.
We do have it. You can't, look, if there's fucking 10 shows that are all directed at you, and then they make 11th that's not directed at you, it doesn't mean you didn't have the 10. They're still going to make others that are directed.
That's kind of fair.
Yeah,
but there should be
it's not like they're stopping and only making She-Hulk now.
No, but what they should do is, have the major extended universe and all of the lore and all of the information that is funneled into it in the movies and shows that are for us. And then if they're going to make shows for young girls or women, start your own storylines and side characters in that direction so that I never have to watch any of that content.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem, though. I like some of that content. And so they don't want to turn me off to content where I could like it as well. They're trying
I don't understand how you like some of that content. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, but I also don't understand how you don't like cartoons.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like fucking, you didn't like The Incredibles, but it was one of the best. You know what I mean? Like it was. Funny.
I mean, I didn't not like The Incredibles, but I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but see, I'm like, that movie was one of my favorite movies of all time. I love what Marvel's doing. I love that there's enough shit. That's what the problem is with DC. There's not enough shit for me to not like something and still enjoy the process.
Okay, so let's wrap. We've been talking about Marvel for, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. Let's wrap up final thoughts on Marvel and move on to the next topic.
Okay. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
So my final thoughts on Marvel is that I like the idea that they are trying new shit and they are letting people fuck up. I think that that's a great idea because that's where you find letting people fuck up is how we got Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And so, or Guardians of the Galaxy, just the first one. So I think that where Marvel is going is it's going to get a little convoluted for the people who have been around from the beginning, but I think that it's going to bring more people in, and I think eventually it's going to be so good that you can pick and choose what you want to watch, and you won't be missing anything. So
okay.
I think it's good.
My final thoughts on Marvel is that what they're doing, spreading themselves into multiple genres, is creating disinterest among the base of fans that they've had, and they've been disappointing us on a number of different levels with just lackluster content, and it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe is losing the credibility that it had at the end of 2019.
Okay.